The 422nd Rifle Division was formed for the first time as a standard Red Army Rifle Division late in 1941, after the Soviet winter counteroffensive had begun, but was soon redesignated. A second formation began in March 1942, again in the far east of Siberia, until July, after which it was moved west to join the reserves of Stalingrad Front in August. It was the highest numbered rifle division to see active service in the front lines during the Great Patriotic War. Over the course of the next 6 months, the division distinguished itself in both defensive and offensive fighting and earned its re-designation as the 81st Guards Rifle Division on the first day of March, 1943. The 422nd was never reformed. First formation. The early history of the 422nd Rifle Division is a convoluted tale. A new rifle division began forming on December 1, 1941, in the Far Eastern Front. It was originally designated as the 397th Rifle Division, but was only partly formed when it was redesignated as the 422nd on deck. 25. Most 400 series rifle divisions ended up being redesignated prior to reaching the front, and in this case the division was re-designated while still forming up on January 14, 1942, now as the second formation of the 397th Rifle Division. Second formation. The second 422nd Rifle Division began forming on March 4, 1942, at begin in the Far Eastern Front, primarily from reservists in the maritime and Ussuri regions of the Far East near Vladivostok. It was assigned to 35th Army as it continued to form up until July. The division's primary order of battle was as follows: 1326th Rifle Regiment, 1334th Rifle Regiment, 1392nd Rifle Regiment, 1061st Artillery Regiment. The new division began moving west by rail in July, assigned to the reserves of Stalingrad Front by August 1. By August 15 it arrived on the Don River at Counteroffensive, assigned to 57th Army south of Stalingrad. As a fresh division it was badly needed in the face of the offensive drive from the south by XXXVII Panzer Corps of 4th Panzer Army. On August 21, that army tried to renew its offensive by driving a wedge between the 57th and the adjoining 64th Army. 15th Guards Rifle Division, holding the 57th Army flank, was reinforced by the 422nd, and between them fought the 24th Panzer Division to a standstill short of Counteroffensive Station. The Red Army General Staff report claimed 60 enemy tanks destroyed by units of the 57th that day. On August 23-24, 4th Panzer Army again regrouped, lunging northwards early on the 25th along the boundary of the 422nd and the 244th Rifle Divisions and advancing 8 kilometers to the Chervlena River. Once there, however, concentrated artillery and mortar fire of the two divisions, joined by 15th Guards, separated the German tanks from their infantry, while heavy anti-tank fire and counterattacks by 6th Tank Brigade destroyed or damaged many panzers. The remainder had no choice but to fall back to their jumping-off positions by the end of August 26. After 62nd Army was cut off in Stalingrad in early September, the 422nd remained in the so-called Baikato-Uka bridgehead on the west bank of the Volga, south of the city. In the middle of the month the division was transferred from 57th to 64th Army to take part in a second offensive towards Kotlebane on Sept. 19. It was reported as fighting along the southern outskirts of Kuporosno and the southeastern edge of Quadrilateral Grove. A further effort was made overnight on October 1–2 with 5 rifle divisions and a naval rifle brigade against the German 371st Infantry Division. The results were described by Kol Morozov of the division as follows. Day and night, the divisions of 64th Army fought their way to the north to link up with 62nd Army, but the distance between the armies scarcely diminished, while gaining little ground. These attacks distracted German 6th Army from the battle in Stalingrad itself. Meanwhile, the detached 1334th Rifle Regiment was in 57th Army as part of a composite detachment with 115th Rifle Regiment and 155th Tank Brigade, supported by 1188th Anti-Tank Artillery Regiment plus 18th and 76th Guards Mortar Regiments. Under instructions from Gen. A.M. Vasilevsky, this detachment assaulted the positions of the Romanian 1st Infantry Division south of Lake Sarpa overnight on Sept. 28–29. The attack achieved almost immediate success, penetrating the Romanian defences, advancing roughly 5 kilometers, and liberating the villages of Sats and Semkan by 1,400 hours on October 1. As a result of this attack, as well as a similar one by 51st Army, the Romanian 6th Army Corps was badly damaged and forced back to even less defensible positions. The German 14th Panzer Division was ordered to intervene, and while it stabilized the situation, it was unable to retake the lost ground and was deflected from its planned missions to either advance towards Astrakhan or to reinforce the battle in Stalingrad. The German High Command was also given dire warning of the weakness of its Romanian allies holding the flanks of 6th Army. The full 422nd made second effort to break through to Stalingrad on October 25 at 0900 hours, and over the course of the day the division gained a foothold in the southern half of Kuporosno. But despite a renewal of the fighting on the 27th, the attack stalled there. Operation Uranus and Operation Ring, in preparation for the strategic counteroffensive called Operation Uranus, the 422nd was transferred back to 57th Army in early November and moved southwards, once again to the vicinity of Tundutovo, and reinforced. For the offensive it was supported by 235th Tank Brigade and 176th Separate Tank Regiment, and made up about half of 57th Army's shock group, with the 169th Rifle Division and more armor making up the other half. After a 75-minute artillery preparation, the division stepped off at 1,115 hours on November 20 and easily penetrated the defences of the understrength Romanian 2nd Infantry Division, which suffered tank fright and was virtually routed in the first hour. By mid-afternoon the shock group had advanced 6 to 8 kilometers and had captured 54 km station on the rail line from Abganarovo, continuing to advance to the village of Kosheri. The supporting 176th Tank Regiment stumbled into a Romanian minefield and had 24 of its 28 tanks knocked out. In the evening the division came under attack by the German 29th Motorized Division, which drove it back from the town of Narimin. 13th Tank Corps soon entered this seesaw battle through the night and next day, until the German division was ordered northward towards Stalingrad, after which the 422nd and its supporting tanks continued to exploit the penetration westwards. Within days the shock group ran up against the 29th Motorized once again, now defending the strong points of Sybenko and Kravtsov. and the advance became a siege. By February 1943, the 422nd was in 64th Army of Don Front, participating in Operation Ring, the destruction of the encircled Axis forces at Stalingrad. In recognition of the prowess both on the defense and on the attack on Ma. 1, the men and women of the division were raised to guard status as the 81st Guards Rifle Division. On the same date, Divisional Commander Colonel Morozov was promoted to the rank of Major General.